Alrighty, I think I mentioned this in a video not too long ago, but Ponytown achievements. Achievements in Ponytown. These little things that you can do and you get a little special achievement. And maybe even some badges and stuff like that next to your name or something whenever you're in game. So here's 10 of them that I've written down for this. So I'm just going to go ahead and list them out, I guess. Starting with number 1 here is play for 100 days. Once you play for 100 days, I think this could be either just like you log in 100 days consecutively or in total. Like if I play for 50 days and then stop playing for 50 days and then play again for another 50 days, that would technically be 100 days, right? So... Or it could just be like playtime, so you get 100 days worth of playtime or something like that, and then you get the achievement that way. I feel like that is definitely probably a better achievement because then it actually takes a long time. Plus, the other way around, I think might be difficult for them to track. I'm not 100% sure. But number 2 here is collect all the toys. Once you collect all the toys, you get this little achievement and a little badge next to your name. This one, the main issue with it is that the amount of toys changes like basically every year, because I don't think there's been a year where we haven't gotten new toys around Christmas in like years or something like that. So that one's a little bit weird because like do you lose the achievement when they add new toys, or like how does that work? Or like I don't know. I think a way for them to kind of balance it out is to be like, oh, collect 200 toys or collect 100 toys or something like that, and then you get the achievement that way or something. Number 3 is collect 1,000 candies, which is very self-explanatory. Then there is collect 1,000 clovers, collect 1,000 pearls, etc. Basically everything in this game that you can collect and inflate an artificial number. You get 1,000 of them each, and then once you get 1,000 of them each, you get this achievement, or maybe it's just one achievement per thing. So an achievement for 1,000 candies, an achievement for 1,000 clovers, and so on and so on. Or maybe it is just collect 1,000 of each, and then it just lists off each type or something like that. So maybe, I don't know, could be interesting. Number 4 is place 10,000 objects. Obviously, your object limit is way less than 10,000, but obviously every single time you place one, it would obviously inflate that number. So let's say I'm working on an island. I may place 2,000 items on my island, but only use like 50 of them or something like that, right? And so that would increase the objects count technically like by 2,000, and that'll increase my goal, and now I only have to place 8,000 more or something. This one probably should be like a higher number, like 50,000 objects, or maybe it could be multiple achievements where one is 10,000 objects, then another achievement for 50,000 objects, and then another for 100,000 objects or something like that. Yeah, I think maybe even going all the way up to 1 million or something like that, and then that's an achievement as well. Would be an insane achievement, I think, if it was place 1 million objects or something like that. Number 5 is be in the top 10 on a leaderboard at any given time. So like when the thing ends, like when the leaderboard ends and the event closes for the Halloween or the Easter or anything like that. Once that ends and the leaderboard can no longer like accept new things on it or whatever like that. If you're in the top 10, you get this achievement. I think it's an obvious one. Another obvious one is be number 1 on the leaderboard. So be first on the leaderboard. That would be another achievement. So number 6, you'd be first on the leaderboard. Then we have number 7, which is create the max amount of ponies. So this one's also a little bit weird because if you're obviously a supporter or whatever like that, you get more ponies and stuff like that. So I guess like whatever the default amount is, which I'm not even sure what the default amount is anymore. I think it was like 200 or like 650 or something like that. I don't even remember. But whatever the default amount is, I guess it would be create the max amount of ponies, right? That you can do. So it would basically be create the max amount of ponies that you can, which would be 300 or 250 or however many the object limit is. I mean, the pony limit is, which I don't even remember anymore. So yeah, that would be another nice little one there. Number 8 is host a party with maximum amount of players in it. So again, that limit changes if you're a supporter and everything like that, which I guess is kind of a weird thing if you think about it, because like that does seem like one of all things, that doesn't seem like anything that would really hurt them to like destroy the limit of, like remove the limit of. I can see why they wouldn't have it to where it can be unlimited, but like supporters get like tier 4 or whatever like that gets like 60 or something like that for their party limit. So like why can't that just be the same for everyone? I'm not really sure why. I don't really see the issue in doing that specifically. Other things I can kind of see why they might not do that, but the party limit is weird. But anyway, going back to it, this would work very similar to the maximum amount of ponies. where whatever the default is, which I believe is like 25 or like 30 or something like that, get that many people in your party. They all have to be online at the same time for it to trigger, and they all have to be online for at least a few seconds or like a minute or something like that for it to trigger, and then boom, there you go, you get the achievement. Super simple. Number 9 is eat 1,000 bananas. I think that one's very self-explanatory. Obviously, you can eat things in this game. I think this could also carry over to like all fruits or whatever like that. So a more realistic achievement would probably be something like eat 1,000 items in the game or something like that, and it would just track no matter which ones you did. But I like to think that if they were going to do it, they'd make it so where you had to eat 1,000 bananas specifically. And maybe that could be a thing too, like, I don't know, like where it's like super specific ones that are like 1,000 bananas, eat 1,000 bananas, and another one that's like eat 1,000 kebabs or something like that. Kebab sticks, because if you don't know, you can remove the little peppers on your kebab stick and then just eat the stick still, which I've always thought was a weird thing. But maybe that's part of the challenge. Eat 1,000 sticks, and you read the achievement and you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to eat 1,000 sticks? That could be interesting. That one definitely would be a challenge, because, you know, you can't just remove them yourselves. You have to have someone else boop you to remove those peppers from the stick. So very interesting. But yeah, finally, number 10, this one is more for like if they ever do eventually add it, which surely they will. I'm really hoping this happens sometime soon, but if they ever add mini games, obviously there would be achievements for that, such as win 100 mini games or something like that. So like say they add the mini games to there or whatever like that, even if it's just one mini game, win 100 times, boom, there you go. If they add multiple mini games, then it could be certain things where get a certain score in blah 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 mini game, and so on and so on. Or maybe play certain game for 100 times or something like that, right? Or maybe win the mini game 100 times and it's a specific one. So there's definitely all kinds of like little mini game ones that they can do if they ever add achievements and mini games, which the description of the game is that they're going to add mini games, so surely those are coming at some point. The question is, when are they coming? I don't really know. But yeah, if you guys want to see any mini game concepts for Ponytown, I've made tons of those, so you can check out the top right card in the corner or whatever like that to see some mini games and stuff like that that I've made here in Ponytown. That I'd really love to see them add officially to the game at some point. But anyway, what are some achievement ideas that you guys have? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all those wonderful things like that. Because when you do wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.